caught my girlfriend of 6 years cheating on me in the basement with a guy who looked no older than 16.
What's that man? We just blessed that man.
Get out my face, man. Get the fuck out my face.
So I ended up hooking up with 4 different guys at the same time.
Oh, finally, you're here. More TikToks, more stories, more madness, more action. I know you're excited, okay? So let me not waste any more of your time, and let's start with a little warm up. Let's go.
13-year-old sister has a big yacht.
Yes!
Due to this fact, she tries to take advantage of me all the time. For some backstory,
Yes!
It all happened 4 years ago. I was 16 and my sister was 13. Our parents had left at around 3 p.m. to go shopping, and wouldn't be back until around 8 p.m. at around 3.30. My sister got in the shower and came out with the most revealing clothes she had. A gray tank top and some super short Nike Pro shorts.
Nike
the most deadly
Pros?
combo known to a corny teenager. She then plopped down on the couch next to me and asked if we could watch a movie. I said sure, and we started watching Netflix. Throughout the movie, she kept snuggling ever closer to me and at one point was rubbing her leg against mine.
Stop. Bruh. We're at an all-time low. Last video, you thought it could get low?
Nope.
We haven't even gotten to the bottom yet.
I thought her acts were innocent enough until I felt her leg touch my manhood. No! I said out loud, okay, what the actual flip? And scooched away, but she kept trying to sit on my lap and kiss me.
Nah!
I was obviously disgusted by this and locked myself in the bathroom. I thought about calling my parents to tell them what happened, but I didn't want chaos to erupt as soon as I got home, so I decided against it. Worse, she could have played the victim and made it look like I tried to make the moves on her. I've never told anyone about
She's
this until
possessed!
now. Should I tell my parents, or see if she's down for round 2?
That can't be real. That can't be real. Either it's fake and he's lying. It's just a fanfic. It's a fantasy in his mind. Either that or she's possessed. There was something in the shower. When it washed on her head, something infested, and she's just started acting out and acting wild, because that's not something that just happens out of the blue. Next video.
What did your psycho ex do? I caught my girlfriend of 6 years cheating on me in the basement with a guy who looked no older than 16. I told them to make themselves home.
He's a victim.
Have fun, and went upstairs to do my daily things. Few minutes later, I heard them mumbling.
Wait, he said to do his daily things? So you went downstairs, you saw that she was cheating on you with a guy that was no older than 16. Or he looked no older than 16. And you were like, alright, let me just go upstairs and do my daily things.
Things to each other in the hallway, and the guy left the house. Girlfriend hesitantly checked on me. I was cooking my meal, and after some minutes of silence she started screaming, shouting and accusing me of not loving her, pleading with me to show some reaction.
Of course it's
She
his
threw
fault,
things at me,
somehow.
shouted and cursed. I didn't budge a bit and completely ignored her. After she consumed all of her rage, she simply left the house. Now the thing is, it's not like I didn't love her. I firmly believe cheaters are losers.
What is she
The only
mad at
reason
you
they do
for?
things behind their partner's back is they are dependent on their partner in one way or another. That is why I believe it's best to ignore them. She became just another person for me when I caught her cheating.
Ignore
It was her
them?
choice, not mine, so no need to get sad even though it may sound cruel. I packed my important things and left the house the same night. In the following year, I made sure to live my best life. Got my so-deserved promotion, a fat raise, and hit it off with a girl I met a few weeks after the incident. All that time, I did not block her from any of my social media, so she knew everything in my life. She messaged me every day, tried to convey messages through our friends, but I just laughed it off and ignored everything. Last week, her calls got even more aggressive. Had thousands of unread messages from her and I simply ignored them again. Days after, I had police officers at my door and I was taken to the police station to be investigated. They told me she ended her own life and blamed me on her note. After explaining everything to them, I went back home. Old mutual friends, her relatives, and even some of my relatives have been blamed.
See, that's crazy. She got mad at him for her doing something wrong. That was already when you knew she was off. She was out of her gourd. Like, he was upstairs doing his daily things. He was upstairs doing his daily things, and you were downstairs doing something wrong.
Blaming me for everything. Some call me a monster, some call me an emotional abuser. I read all her messages last night. I felt like she was having a different emotion each time she wrote to me. She started by begging me to take her back, then blaming me for everything, then sending random explicit photos of her. Each time she was ignored, she looked more desperate to get an answer from me. In last week's messages she was threatening to end herself, and after being ignored again she sent one last voice message crying and begging. After going through the messages, all I felt was pity. I still do not know why her parents and friends did not notice she was going into a downward spiral. They are hypocrites for blaming me. Again, it was not my choice, it was her choice to do such a thing.
I don't even know about that. She was going crazy. That one was short and sweet. Short and bitter. Next video.
My entitled wife tried to embarrass me by flirting with another man and called me a mama's boy. But she regretted it instantly once I threatened to leave her on the spot. I recently took my wife on a vacation abroad because I thought it would help resolve a fight that we were having. But she decided to use the vacation as an excuse and do something unbelievable. Let me quickly tell you how ridiculous our fight was first.
Something unbelievable.
1 year ago, her parents needed some money because they wanted to do a few repairs around their house. I agreed to send over a substantial amount because I wanted to help them, and even went over to help with the labor.
Okay.
My wife was really happy and thanked me a lot. I did it because I consider them my parents as well, and we are a family. A similar situation happened a month ago, where my mother needed some financial help. She is a single mom and has struggled her entire life, but never asked me for help before this. So I was really eager to finally give her a helping hand, and sent over the same amount that I had sent to my wife's parents. However, my wife didn't like this at all. She argued that I should have asked her before sending over money, and that my mom was most likely lying about needing help. I argued by saying that she had no reason to lie, and even if she—
Yeah, see, what is it about people getting mad when there's nothing wrong? Like, how do you somehow find something to get mad at him for? It doesn't make any sense. And then we're still not even done yet. This isn't even the thing that he was talking about. Here we go.
He was indeed lying. I still wanted to send her money. So my wife ended up calling me a mama's boy and said that I am ruining our marriage by making decisions without her opinion. I asked her that she didn't hesitate to send money over when her own parents asked for help.
Right.
So how is this any different?
Right.
After that, she has been ignoring me because she thinks I'm trying to gaslight her. I decided that it wasn't worth fighting over, and booked tickets for us to go to another country and cool our nerves down. I did this because I loved my wife, and wanted us to stop fighting. She was really delighted to go on this trip, and forgave me when I showed her the tickets. The hotel we were staying at had a pool and a spa, so she was really excited to experience it.
That's not really going to
Everything was
solve
going
it,
well.
is it?
We landed safely and had a wonderful ride to the hotel. But as soon as we entered our room, my wife's tone changed completely. She proposed that while on this trip, we should act separately and not as a couple. I asked her why, and she said that she hadn't actually forgiven me.
You
and
see,
needed to take some time off.
it's not actually gonna solve it. I just said that, bruh. When something's wrong, all you're doing is adding like a cover, a blanket. You didn't actually solve anything. Like, now you're here on the vacation, and she's talking about we should act separately. If we were supposed to act separately, I would have left you at home, and I would have came and chilled by myself. Notice how she kept it private up until they got to the room. She was trying to sneak it, because she knew if she told him way back at the house, he wouldn't have gone. So she waited till they were in the room. It was already bought. It was already booked. And then she was like, oh, by the way, I'm not your wife on the trip, or I'm not your whatever on the trip.
For herself without me hanging over her shoulder. But I rejected the idea because there is no way I'm leaving her alone in a country where something could easily go wrong. She was really mad that her proposal wasn't accepted, and kept ignoring me for the majority of our trip. My entire mood had been spoiled and I was considering ending it early and just going home. Little did I know, my wife was planning something sinister. After we went to the beach, we decided to spend some time at the bar. I thought that my mood would improve after having a few drinks and we could make up.
Okay.
But as soon as we sat down, she began talking to another guy. I literally saw her being extremely flirty with this guy, and responding to all his compliments even though I was sitting right next to her. I was about to say something when the other guy asked if she was with someone. To my absolute surprise, she replied, no, I'm here alone and would love to keep talking with you. Before he could say something in response, one of his friends called him.
Nah.
He said he'll be right.
When she says that, you have to say, no. You have to say something. Excuse me, right here, I'm right here. You can't just let her say that. So you heard her say that, and he was like, okay. He just kept on drinking.
Right back and left. I grabbed my wife's arm and asked what the F she thought she was doing.
Right.
And this is what she said to me. Oh, you didn't like that? Well, that is what happens when you don't listen to me. Consider it my revenge on you, Mr. Mama's boy. Now, do you think I should spend some more time with him, or are you ready to do as I say? I couldn't believe that she was actually thinking that cheating on me would make me listen to her. Over the last month,
she's basically holding him hostage. She has a gun to his head. Either do what I say, or I'm gonna ruin everything. Yes! Woo! Yes! This is perfect, man. I love it.
Her arguments about me supporting my mother had really gotten on my nerves, and this was the last straw. So I ended up telling her, don't worry, you can do whatever you want. Because as of this moment, you and I are done.
Good!
I'm leaving you right here, and you can go sleep with that guy.
Woo!
As I tried to walk off, she hurriedly grabbed my arm and stopped me from leaving. She began saying that she was joking and that she loved him.
Let go
and
of
didn't
me.
want to leave me. She actually had the audacity to say that her flirting with another man in front of me was just a prank. but I was having none of it, and just booked a taxi to the hotel. She followed me and kept apologizing, but I contacted my lawyer right in front of her and told him to start preparing the divorce papers. The look on her face when she realized that she would no longer be able to enjoy the life I provided for her was immensely satisfying.
See, it seems now in these videos, these guys are leveled up. These guys are locked in. Last time, it was a bunch of sad saps. If you hadn't seen that video, go watch it right now. The last time, those guys were a bunch of sad saps. It was getting tragic for them. These guys, they seem to know what to do. They're locked in. We're leveling up. Okay, say that.
What's good, my brother?
Hey, how you doing, man?
$1,000 or should I double it and give it to the next person?
So what?
$1,000 for you or should I double it and give it to the next person?
Give it to me.
You?
No, we gonna double it. We gonna double it.
Huh? What? What y'all talking about?
Y'all don't.
That ain't counted.
Y'all don't want it.
Nah, we gonna double it and give it to the next person.
Who you talking to?
Y'all together, right?
No. I don't know him.
Yeah, you do.
So y'all gonna seriously?
We gonna double it and give it to the next
I don't
person.
know this dude, man. What you?
So what's the deal? So do y'all want me to double
You know
it?
what? Let's go. If you can wait money, I'll take it. But I don't know you, man.
Double it and give it to
So-
the next person.
Wait, so who's this guy then?
Give it to the next person.
No, we. No, dude, you call me a liar.
So we're doubling it. You're a good sir. Excuse me.
Wait,
Would you like $1,000?
that
or should
was
I
the
double
weirdest
it and give it to
interaction
the
I've
next
ever seen.
person? He,
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Look, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he's
We just blessed that man. We just
Oh,
blessed
get
that
out my
man.
face, man. Get the fuck
yeah,
out.
he's done. He's tired of it.
Get the fuck out my face.
it's okay, bro.
No, get the fuck out my face.
He ruined his life. He just ruined his life right in front of him. He shouldn't have let the money go. He said to the guy, do whatever you want to do. If you're giving money, I'll take it. Do whatever you want to do. But I don't know this guy. He shouldn't have said that. I would have said, no, I don't know him. Money here now.
Fiancé left me after he found out about my college days. I've been with my fiancé for 2 years and engaged for 2 months. I can go on and on about how great he is, but I won't waste your time. He's awesome. Him and my sister's boyfriend have gotten really close over the past year, and they talk at least twice a week, whether it be on the phone or FaceTime or just hanging out with all 4 of us.
Wow.
Sister has been with her boyfriend since high school, so obviously her boyfriend knows me very well, as well as my dating history. Last weekend, because of the lockdown, we all thought it would be fun to drink and hang out over FaceTime.
Okay.
It was a FaceTime double date and we all had a blast. Laughing, playing drinking games, we all partied for over an hour, and that's when I was over it and decided to leave the party to call my sister directly without the boys in another room. Well, my fiancé and her boyfriend stayed on FaceTime and continued to get intoxicated together. During this time, I couldn't hear anything because I was in another room and was talking to my
Jeez,
sister.
they're going
Sister's
crazy.
boyfriend goes and tells a bunch of stories about my college days and how many guys I hooked up with.
Oh,
Just
no.
so everyone knows.
I don't know the actual number.
My first 3 years of college was literally one giant party. Without being too descriptive, I admit I was excessive, but at the time it was just what we did. I was single during that time, and me and my friends did a lot. With a lot of guys. Most of them I couldn't even pick out of a lineup. But again, I was in college. Anyways, one of the parties I went
Nah, see, that's cooked. She said she couldn't even pick him out of a lineup. So if she would show the guy, she wouldn't even know him. I know when he heard that, he sobered up. He said he sobered up. He was like, wait. There was no alcohol in his system after he heard that one.
to, I ended up hooking up with 4 different guys at the same time.
This the last video.
This is relevant later. My fiancé is handsome as anything, and I know for a fact he's been with several women. We talked about our past a lot in the beginning of our relationship. I wasn't 100% honest with mine, and I can only assume that he was.
Yeah, she was
After
lying.
everyone hung up, me and my fiancé were lying in bed and about to sleep when he just calmly asked me, "Did you get ran through in college?" My response was, "Why would you ask that?" That's when he told me everything that
Answer
my sister's
it.
boyfriend told him.
Answer!
He told me details that I'm not even sure are 100% true because, again, a blur. But a lot of the info was accurate, and so I just told him yes. It was one time. He continued asking questions about the other stuff, but the train running thing kept coming up, and he had a lot of questions about it that I answered the best of my knowledge.
Yeah, he just needs that one detail. That detail is crazy. That one is solidified it. It doesn't even matter the whole 3 years. What about that once? Yes!
Fast forward to Wednesday. Things had been fine and normal, but on Wednesday, radio silence. He hasn't texted or talked to me in 3 days. The breaking point was tonight when he came home from work and he asked me, "Are you friends with any of the guys on Facebook?" Again, Not lying to him, I admitted that yes, I was friends with all of them. He left a
Wow.
few hours ago and I have no idea where he is or what he's doing. I'm tempted to call the cops, but I feel like that will just make it worse. I feel like
He's gonna
garbage.
spin the
I hate
block.
my sister's boyfriend right now, but maybe it's not even his fault. Maybe I should have been more honest. I'm so lost.
Maybe.
He is the best thing to ever happen to me and I've never seen him like this before.
Maybe I should have
Is
been
this
more
the end?
honest.
He refuses to return my calls or texts.
What do? I miss my fiance, and I want him back. It happened during my college days.
Who's this?
It's in the past. I don't understand why he's acting this way. Can't we go back to how things were before he found out?
I don't understand why he's acting this way. This has to be some sort of a phenomenon, right? I don't understand why he's acting this way. Are you serious? You're not joking at all. You don't understand why he would be angry. Next time I might just do some regular TikToks. You know, I might just do some random TikToks or whatever. Just get some random ones that I like. React to them. You let me know though. I'ma see you. Like the video because this was a good one. This one was a good one. So you gotta like it. Sub if you haven't subbed already. And I'll be back in a week. I'll catch you.